We are taking you into the news right now with the Fox 45 news feed. It's 11 a.m. Things are looking calm right now, but a major storm system is moving our way and could bring heavy rain and strong winds. Coming up, meteorologist Justin Chambers times it all out for us. And lawmakers in Annapolis head back to work this week. Coming up, the message one shooting victim's mother has for our elected leaders. And government shutdown averted? We'll take a closer look at the overnight deal just reached in D.C. Fox 45 News Midday starts now.
Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 News Midday.
Thanks so much for joining us for Fox 45 News Midday. I'm Shannon Lilly. What is a calm start to your work week? It's looking beautiful out there after an icy and snowy weekend, but things won't stay this way for long. Meteorologist Justin Chambers is tracking the next weather maker.
Well, today looks good. A mix of clouds and sun with temperatures above average, but it's the wet and windy conditions coming in on Tuesday, which has prompted our weather alert day. Tuesday afternoon, evening, we're talking about heavy rain, damaging wind gusts possible, and flooding as well. Not only just flooding around the region, but coastal flooding could be a big issue as the storm system rolls in, bringing with it a lot of wind and a lot of rain as well. Temperatures are going to be mild with this. It'll almost be like a spring-like system. As for today, temperatures in the mid to upper 40s for the next couple of hours. We'll see a mix of clouds and sun. Note the average high is 43. That's actually the coldest average high that we have all year. Those average numbers actually start going up later this month, but we're going to be above average for the afternoon today, and we'll top out about 48. Overnight lows drop into the mid 30s, and we'll be in the upper 50s on Tuesday. Again, with the wind and the rain, we've got all that mild air in place. We'll take a closer look at all of that coming up in just a few minutes from right now.
Justin, thank you. Justin, the Baltimore County Public Schools Superintendent is releasing her budget plan for the 2025 fiscal year. Today, Dr. Miriam Rogers is laying out her priorities and vision for the school system. The Baltimore County school system is the third largest public school system in Maryland and includes more than 111,000 students. We're going to have a closer look at the budget proposal tonight on Fox 45 News at 4 and on our website. That's foxbaltimore.com. A demand for action and accountability now for Megan Lewis. The group Maryland Safe Haven is calling for justice after Lewis was shot and killed last month in Bel Air. The group says it's working to highlight the violence and threats members of the transgender community face.
I beg and I am grieving to the courts of Harford County. Please set an example today. Maryland at large. You all are calling Maryland a sanctuary. Where is the sanctuary?
In a statement just this morning, the Harford County State's Attorney said in part, the loss of any life in our community is devastating. The evidence in this case will be thoroughly evaluated in the same manner as any case presented to our office for prosecution. And as always, the state's attorney's office remains committed to seeking justice. 47-year-old Brian Dellin has been arrested in connection to the shooting. He faces charges of second-degree murder, first-degree assault, and firearm used in a felony. Developing now just more than a week into 2024, and car break-ins and thefts continue to be a big problem in Baltimore. Over the weekend, a series of break-ins happening outside a church in East Baltimore. Olivia Dance joins us and brings us the latest on the investigation and the concerns about other carjackings.
This morning, Baltimore police are investigating a series of car break-ins that happened just behind me here outside of Mount Sinai Baptist Church, which is just off of East Preston Street. Police say that the break-ins happened during a worship service just yesterday, and one of the cars was stolen from the lot. Now we're just 8 days into the new year, and we're once again seeing a spike in carjackings. Baltimore police arrested 3 teens in connection to an armed carjacking in Northwest Baltimore on Thursday.
also include the construction of a hotel, event space, development parcels, and new parking. Well, download the Fox 45 News app for up-to-the-minute traffic conditions, breaking news, and weather anytime. Just search WBFF in your app store. First, Gwyneth Paltrow taught us about conscious uncoupling, and now there's bird nesting. Coming up, the new divorce trend that's helping families stay together while being apart, and a new warning about air travel.
I'm calling on the FAA to change the rulemaking.
The NTSB is calling for two big changes following that mid-air scare when a plane lost its door plug. Coming up, how one change could lead to more expensive flights. But first, debunking online conspiracy theories, the new warning from police out of Florida.
Fox 45 News, winner of 16 2022 Regional Emmy Awards, more than all other Baltimore news stations combined.
(11:11) and taking a look at your social stream now. Florida Republicans are set to vote today on whether to remove GOP Chairman Christian Ziegler from his position. This expected vote comes as police are investigating Ziegler on a rape accusation. The Republican Party suspended Ziegler last month and demanded his resignation. He has denied the allegations. Grant here says a civil jury found the leading Republican presidential candidate liable for sexual assault. Is it any wonder Florida Republican Chairman Christian Ziegler won't resign? Nope. And here's this one. The new norm is make an allegation against a Republican, then have the media demand that she resigns immediately. Miami police are debunking online rumors of an alien invasion. It comes after a large gathering of teens at a downtown mall prompted a large police presence. That is a lot of cop cars there. Video of police swarming the mall went viral, with users sharing their conspiracy theories about what happened. Well, Miami police is now setting the record straight, saying there were no aliens, just a large group of teens. That's it. And I saw all of those conspiracy theories online. Caleb here says, tired of seeing the story told by everyone on Twitter. Geez. And then here's this one. At a certain point, we are just willing these aliens into existence. Just a group of teens, though. Nothing to be worried about here. Well, a judge has tossed Cher's request for temporary legal conservators over her adult son for now. The singer says Elijah Allman can't manage his assets because of mental health and substance abuse issues. Allman argues a conservatorship is not necessary. The judge ruled Cher's attorneys did not give Allman's attorneys enough time to make their case. Another hearing is set for later this month. This user says, why is she doing this after advocating for Britney all this time? But this person thinks it's a different situation. Travis here says, big difference. I imagine it's not about money. Cher compared to Britney's dad is nowhere close to a real comparison. She wants to help him. Still ahead, would you pay it? An Atlanta restaurant is adding a new health insurance fee surcharge. Coming up, how much it is and how it's splitting customers. But first, a call for change from federal safety regulators following that mid-air scare when a plane's door plug flew off mid-flight. Coming up, why cockpit and air traffic control data surrounding the incident has been erased. It's 11:14. You're watching Fox 45 News, Midday. We're back giving you another live look outside, and you can see there things are calm now over the Inner Harbor, but that is soon going to change. Meteorologist Justin Chambers is tracking the next weather maker that could bring heavy rain and strong winds. He's going to time it all out for us, and that's coming up. Making headlines, the NTSB is out with an urgent warning after that terrifying mid-air scare when a door plug on an Alaska Airlines flight was ripped off during the middle of the flight. The group's chair says the cockpit voice recorder is blank because regulators let them automatically rewrite after 2 hours.
I'm calling on the FAA to change the rulemaking.
Well, the group also saying it's time for change when it comes to rules about infant passengers. Right now, kids under 2 are allowed to fly in a parent's lap for free. But the group says Friday's incident shows infants need their own seats to be safe.
We would urge passengers to put their children under 2 in their own seat in a FAA-approved car seat.
Meanwhile, Boeing is set to hold a company-wide safety meeting tomorrow. A string of issues in recent years has some experts questioning the 737 MAX series. Turning now to the latest in the Middle East. An Israeli airstrike has killed a senior commander of the militant group Hezbollah in Lebanon. That, according to new reporting from the Associated Press. The airstrike comes nearly a week after a separate airstrike killed a top militant leader of Hamas in Lebanon's capital city, Beirut. The World Health Organization says a key hospital in Gaza must remain functional as the war between Israel and Hamas continues. This comes after several aid organizations had staff leave the facility due to military activity in that area. The WHO says there are currently no fully functioning hospitals in northern Gaza. You can get Fox 45 News in a flash through your Amazon Alexa or Echo. We now deliver your local headlines and your forecast in less than 2 minutes. If you have an Amazon device, just tell it to enable Fox 45 Baltimore. Now turning to today's talking point. A Georgia restaurant is going viral over its new menu, but it's not a food item that's getting all the attention. It's a disclaimer about a new 4% health insurance fee for the restaurant's full-time employees.
We feel like there's a pretty huge crisis going on with health insurance. No one can afford it. Nothing has worked.
Well, the business says it was implemented after their premiums more than tripled. The fee is noted on the restaurant door in all menus and receipts. The signage also states they can remove the fee without hesitation if the customer chooses not to pay it. Mark Clark with Be More Lifestyle is here now. I mean, the fact that they're not making you pay for it, I guess I don't see why there needs to be such an uproar. Just personally, as a former, restaurant employee, I know it can be tough out there, but I get it. I mean, it's hard when you're trying to go out to dinner and you have all these extra add-on fees. But what do you think about that?
Well, because you know what? Because you and I are people who are judgy because we're better than everybody else.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's why. Because you're right. As great human beings, we say, hey, if we can help this person, why not? And if you're not making me do it, I like the choice because we're superior to everybody else.
Okay.
That's why we get along.
Is that how it is, Mark?
Because, we're not those people that battle over 2% and we're like, well, right? We understand.
Yeah.
Because again, we're superior.
Empathize. Yeah, we're superior. I don't know about that.
That's right.
Maybe speak for yourself there, Mark.
Shannon's superior. That's why.
I want to agree with you, but I don't know. All right. Thanks, Mark. All right, happening right now, a winter storm is moving across the central U.S. And then now the National Weather Service forecasts heavy snow, strong winds, and blizzards will hit areas from the southeast to the northeast starting today. As meteorologist Justin Chambers shows us, we could start to feel the effects as early as tomorrow.
Weather alert day for Tuesday, but for Monday, we're actually looking pretty good. Mid to upper 40s as we take you into the next couple of hours. We'll see a mix of clouds and sun and temperatures that will be slightly above average, right about a high of 48 today. Now, we actually get our first sunset at 5 p.m. for the year, and those daylight hours will continue to expand as we get closer to that spring equinox with temps above average. Temps are really going to jump on Tuesday, but with that, we have a lot of wind and rain we have to deal with, which is why we're weather alert. Mid to upper 40s across the region for your highs on your Monday. And you can see those 40s will continue for New York and Philly down through Baltimore and D.C. on Monday afternoon. Now let's take a look at what's going on with that weather alert day. So it's really Tuesday afternoon and evening. That'll be the timing for the biggest impacts with the heavy rain, the potential flooding, and also strong damaging wind gusts. We could see some 40 and 50 mile an hour wind gusts. We already have flood watches posted. These are aerial flood watches for the entire region that start on Tuesday morning and go through Wednesday. And then we also have coastal flood watches. So all of the areas that are around water, near water, low-lying areas that typically see some flooding, we could see some moderate flooding. 2 to 3 feet inundation will be possible with this onshore flow in this system. And then you have the wind. We've got wind advisories that are also posted for Tuesday afternoon through the evening time. Could see some gusts near 50 miles an hour plus, and that's going to be that southeasterly wind, all those areas there in brown under the wind advisory. So the next weather maker, this upper level low, is going to be tracking toward us. It's going to be pulling all of this moisture up from the Gulf of Mexico and right along the East Coast for Tuesday, especially Tuesday night into early Wednesday morning. You can kind of see that here with our future scan. So the weather maker is moving in tomorrow morning. Starts with some wintry precipitation in western Maryland where they have winter weather advisories posted. And then as we get into the later part of the day, it will be rain for all of us, not only here in central Maryland, but out to the west. There's that warm front right there ahead of a cold front. So it's a classic setup with that warmer air and all of that wind right along that frontal boundary is going to be pushing in as well. Behind that system on Wednesday, some leftover snow showers in the mountains, but the wind is going to pick up and stay with us through Wednesday afternoon. Thursday looks pretty good, as does Friday, but then Friday night, another weather maker is rolling in that we'll keep our eyes on. And on your 10-day forecast, you can see that weather alert day for Tuesday. 50s will continue for our highs all the way through Saturday, but notice those temps come down considerably. We're back to the 40s for highs on Sunday and Monday, and possibly an actual snowstorm next week.
All right, Justin, thank you. Still ahead, health experts say go ahead and indulge in exercise snacks. Coming up, why it might not be what you think, but how it could help you get fit. And some big wins at last night's Golden Globes. We will recap the night's biggest moments people are talking about. It's 11:23. You're watching Fox 45 News Midday. Well, don't miss this. A big night at the Golden Globes, with one film picking up statues for 5 out of 8 nominations.
And the Golden Globe goes to Oppenheimer!
Well deserved there. Oppenheimer won the award for Best Motion Picture Drama and can boast the Best Director, Drama Actor, Supporting Actor, and Score. Well, it is time now for your lunch break, and listen to this. Health experts say so-called exercise snacks can help you reach your fitness goals. But it might not be what you think it is. Instead of a snack you eat, an exercise snack is a shorter or smaller version of a full-scale workout. They're just 1 or 2 minutes long. Examples are climbing stairs, jumping jacks, things like that. That kind of feels like trickery to me. I'd rather have a real snack, I think. That's all the time for Fox 45 News Midday. Be More Lifestyle's up next with Mark Clark telling us what they're working on. Okay, let's see, Shannon. $40 water bottles are being resold online for hundreds of dollars. Coming up, we'll chat about the newest viral obsession. Be More Lifestyle's up next.
You're watching Fox 45 in Baltimore. Now live from TV Hill, this is Be More Lifestyle.
And what's up, Baltimore? I'm Mark Clark, and this is Be More Lifestyle live from Studio A at Fox Baltimore. Lady T is here.
What's up?
Along with Kari and April Brasher. The Brashers are here, y'all. Good morning, everybody. Let me tell you right now. So people are going nuts for the newest Stanley Cups ahead of Valentine's Day. There's a new Stanley. There's a new collab with Target, and the cup sold out in seconds. Videos on TikTok shows people elbowing each other to get their hands on the tumblers. Several of the $40 cups are already been spotted on the resale on eBay for hundreds of dollars. Is a cup not a cup? April, you and Kari got all these businesses. What the heck is going on? What is this about?
I really couldn't even tell you. I saw it on Instagram as well, just like you, as far as the Stanley Cup. I didn't even know what a Stanley Cup was until I saw the little girl and she got it for Christmas and she was crying all over the place. But I have no idea. It's just
crazy.
a phenomenon for.
And Curry, I mean, you got the guys working and stuff. Do they use the cups for when they're out there for their soup and stuff? I mean,
I don't think guys are using Galentine cups. Galentine cups is a whole. It's for women.
I didn't even know Galentine's.
It's a Galentine cup. It's for us. It's not for them.
Never mind your opinion.
But it's super cool. I love them. Let me say something. I'm not a Tumblr fan, but I
you onto this?
Okay.
Just like a Swift fan.
You know what? Okay, stop playing with me.
Lady T, you know what's going on. So what's the problem? What is this?
So basically, the price is down, and it's down lower than we have ever seen before.
What's the obsession?
Okay, so you never had a tumbler? Them things are amazing. It keeps all your hot stuff hot, all your cold stuff cold.
Yeah,
but it's a Stanley Cup, so it's even bigger. And shout out to FOX45. We got like cups like that, I think, last summer.
Oh, that's
it's close.
Oh, yeah,
it's
we
close.
got.
It's close to this one, but this is like a hockey cup. This is like a hockey championship cup.
Lady T's on board. Lady, we want you to
get it.
have
Give
a
me two
favorite
of them.
water bottle. Vote on our Fox45 website, foxbaltimore.com/vote. When you get to the website, make sure you click on the lifestyle tab. You can also vote on our Fox45 News app. At the end of the show, we'll see what everybody
favorite tumbler, because that's what it is.
Okay. It's a new type of divorce. Gwyneth Paltrow taught us about conscious uncoupling, and now there's bird nesting. It's the newest trend where, like birds, the kids stay in one house and the adults are the ones moving. Instead of the kids shuffling from house to house, they stay put and the parents move in and out of their days on off days and when they switch off. So April, what do you think? You guys have been married forever. What's your take on this?
Whoa.
Ain't not rich.
That's the first time I'm hearing this as well. But as far as not shifting the kids and having to go from one home to another home, I think it's a good idea. It's just as far as jobs with the parents and having to make accommodations.
But how old are the kids? Because I have family members who were talking about doing this, but their kids are like 18, 21, like they're grown, so they can. So I feel like they can do it if they're grown, but when they're kids, are you leaving your kids at home like that? Our parents did. Okay, our parents did when we were younger.
A parent is there.
If I knock twice, open up the door.
No, a parent is there. The parents.
I thought the parents are moving to one house.
No, you switch off your days.
Oh, so there is one.
You got Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I got Friday. Da da da.
Oh, so it's like child support. It's like
y'all been married forever.
It's like getting alimony without,
The way our money is set up, we'll have a shed in the back. I'll be staying in the shed.
Wait a minute. Not the shed.
So you just go out back and be like, it's your day today.
That's an all new low right there. He was like, put me in the shed, y'all. It's the least y'all can do.
We'll alternate that way.
Bring me 3 meals a day, and that should be good.
A lot of people are looking to switch jobs in the new year. According to a recent survey, 82% of workers say it's more important for them to have a meaningful job than a high-level one. And nearly the same number define success more by work-life balance than climbing the corporate ladder. Interesting. Again, these two got a million jobs and own business.
Oh, is that what it is?
And so I keep starting with April. What do you think, April? Do you see why this happened? I've gotten older, I get it why people feel this way, but I still need the money though.
So, I mean, for 2024, we're all about entrepreneurship, and so you have to have multiple streams of income in order to sustain your living conditions, because inflation has gone up, gas has gone up, food has gone up, housing has gone up, so you have to have those multiple streams of income coming in.
Okay.
Facts.
She's the brain.
Absolutely.
Are you shocked by this, Lady T? People
Not at all.
Forget the check. It's about my values.
Exactly. And you know what? I'm looking for just maybe $2,500 a minute to make that, and nothing too crazy. You know what I mean? Just like $1 million a minute. I just want to live.
All you need?
I just want to sustain my life just a little bit. You know what I mean? Like I like my habits.
Speaking of sustaining, coming up, we're going to talk to these two about how they sustain their marriage and their multiple businesses.
Okay.
And Lady T,
it sounded like shmoney over here. It smells like shmoney, and that's what I want in my life today. Let's get it.
Great show on the way. Still ahead. A chance for parents to learn about new school opportunities for their kids coming up. How a Catholic school's setting may be right for your family, and New Year, New You coming up. The new 10-in-1 scale that can help you get fit. Stick around. Great show on the
You're watching Be More Lifestyle.
If your New Year's resolution is to take better care of yourself, Stacey Bell has found a smart scale that can help you reach your goals. Here she is to explain in today's America Steals and Deals.
The following segment is sponsored by Knocking.
If you're like me and everybody in your house is on a health journey, this Counto digital scale is really going to help you maintain a healthy lifestyle. I did a lot of research and I'm so excited about this. I'm going to show you what you get when you bring it home. But it is a digital scale and it gives you 12 different body measurements, not just your weight, because our weight really fluctuates. So this is going to give you more information, like you'll get your BMI, your bone index, and your basal metabolic rate. And if you're a new mom, it's really cool because there's a baby growth setting and you can put it in baby mode. And if you're an athlete, like I have a lot of muscle men in my house, you can also measure your muscle mass. I don't like getting on a scale, I do not, but knowledge is power and this gives me so much information. It's really been a game changer with my health along that journey. This pairs with any smartphone, so you can take all of that data on this scale and it's gonna be on your app. Now, let me tell you how this works. The science is a little bit much. The scale can measure all these things. All you got to do, you step on it. It uses bioelectrical impedance, which measures how easily an electrical signal can move throughout your body. I know it's a lot, but that signal is going to move faster through muscle, so it can help you track what's muscle and what's fat. This is such a great deal and a cool product. Right now, we're offering 38% off the Counto scale. Head over to asadeals.com for this exclusive offer.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by Trinity School.
We're here with Marguerite Conley at Trinity School to learn why children love learning here at Trinity. How are you, Marguerite?
I'm well, Mark. Thank you so much.
So who is Trinity?
Wow, there's so many things to say. Well, first and foremost, of course, we are an independent Catholic school in Ellicott City. We serve students pre-K through 8th grade. And we are blessed and gifted with a wonderful mission of making God's goodness known and educating students for life.
So talk to us about what distinguishes Trinity from other schools.
I would say the first thing that you see is our 48 acres. We are an independent school governed by a wonderful board, excellent teachers that are truly mission-minded and choose to be here. But most importantly, we have joyful children. And it is evident across campus.
Well, how would you describe a Trinity student?
Well, I look at our graduates first. 100% acceptance at the Catholic or independent school of their choice. $200,000 plus of merit scholarship every year. Advanced placement in the math and science. Their poise, their sense of self, their sense of thoughtfulness, their gratitude. That, I think, makes us stand apart.
And also, do you serve students with learning challenges?
Yes, we do. Actually, part of our mission is educating for life, and that is looking at all children to educate for life.
So talk to us about the extracurricular activities here.
It's not just about being in the classroom, but it's also developing those talents and gifts that maybe you don't know you have. Our preschool program has so many things integrated. Our middle school has wonderful clubs. Primary, I saved that for last because this year we're so blessed to have our students be able to participate in after-school activities, from chess wizards to a nature club to improv.
I love it. So what about parental involvement? That's so important.
Community is our cornerstone, one of our cornerstones, and it's actually part of our hallmarks. That's not just about being here on campus with our students and our teachers, it's also having our parents actively involved. Parents that can't make it, we understand that. Everyone's got busy schedules. How do we keep them involved? And so that's by our communication. Keeping them updated on major things that are going in and among our community.
I love it. So talk to us about the growth mindset.
Trinity's educating for life, it doesn't stop. We're educating students for a world that we can't even predict or plan. Our teachers are very forward-thinking and saying, how do we meet our students where they are and to keep them growing?
So when's your next open house, and where can our viewers get more information?
Well, we have 2 open houses in January. Our first would be Wednesday, January 10th from 9 to 11. And then we have another one on Monday, January 29th from 9 to 11. And our student ambassadors are looking forward to greeting so many new prospective families to our campus.
That sounds perfect.
And any other information that someone might need would be at our website, trinityschoolmd.org.
Still ahead, we just had our first winter weather of the year this past weekend, and if it got you wanting more, you're not alone. Coming up, how you can explore the winter wonderland of Massachusetts. But first, the secret to success. Coming up, we'll chat with a local married couple about their secret to winning in marriage, business, and the gym. Stick around.
This is Be More Lifestyle.
Kari and April Brazier are winning in marriage, business, and at the gym. And today they're sharing some of the secrets to their success. So guys, let me say, how long have you been married and what is the secret? Because I followed you guys on Instagram and caught the energy, caught the bug, and now I'm a fan. So give us some insight.
You can go first.
Married, it'll be 16 years next month. So February 9th will be 16 years for us being married.
And I noticed the energy, so you guys have multiple businesses. You guys are in the gym. You're having fun. You promote marriage. So give us some secrets, because I think it's almost like the have and have-nots. I think people like you and I have been married for over a decade or so, doing our thing, and then other people are still looking for answers. Can you give us some secrets in, finding and maintaining marriage?
So first and foremost, you have to want to be married. You have to want to be a husband. You have to want to be a wife.
I love it.
So that's where it starts. It's not a thing of just getting married because you need help. It's a thing of getting married because you want to be committed, to someone. And you want to be committed to eventually family if you choose to have children, et cetera, et cetera. So, in my opinion, that's where it starts. It's the want to.
I love it. It's interesting because April and Kara, you both are successful in entrepreneurs. Was that always the case? Did you grow into that? Did you meet each other as successful entrepreneurs? And if so, did it have an impact on, hey, we could work together?
So when we met, we were actually 22 and 21. So it's something that we kind of grew into. Well, you can explain.
Well, Kari, he was always been an entrepreneur. He worked for his parents, so he never had a quote-unquote job. Me, I was a 9-to-5 girl, so meeting him and then coming into entrepreneurship, I had to learn that whole process, and it just worked out.
I love it.
Years later.
And we're talking about what, real estate?
I'm a general contractor.
You're a contractor.
Yes, sir.
Also, and then you guys also, I see you in the gym, and it's interesting, Kara, you have a beautiful wife. You don't have a problem with your wife, you guys showing yourself, working out and stuff. It seems like you guys kind of are very comfortable in that. Talk to us about that, because that's something that I think a lot of times is a challenge. Either, having the wife that also creates the income, but also is out there and people get to see.
I mean, just, from a male perspective, it starts with you being secure with yourself. And I've never had a problem with my wife shining. I encourage that or what have you. I want the best for her. So there's no insecurity or ego or anything like that as it relates to how I approach my relationship with her. I'm just here to help her, every step of the way. I'm here to, teach her, encourage her, and let her, be the best individual and wife she can be.
Well, so as we wrap things up, guys, how can people follow you? And April, as we wrap things up, you give advice to people, couples and married couples. So how can people follow you, and give us one piece of advice as we wrap it up?
All on social media platforms. So on Instagram, I have 2 pages, April D. Brazier. The second page is Total Body by April. Curry's on Instagram as well, Paintboy and Sons. Facebook, my name, April Brazier. Same thing with Curry Brazier on Facebook. And as far as my tidbit, I guess, it's all about intentionality, being intentional in your relationship, being intentional with your spouse, being intentional about just doing the things that your spouse likes, the things that your spouse wants and needs, and that way your relationship can grow and nourish.
Continued success. I cheat. I watch you guys, and I take the advice. I'm trying to get in there like Kari. Okay, now time for the weather. Justin standing by. What's up, Justin?
Well, for your Monday, we'll see a mix of clouds and sun with temperatures that will stay above average, but it's the wet and windy conditions that will be here on Tuesday, and that is what's prompting our weather alert day. But on your hour-by-hour forecast for this afternoon, we're talking about mid to upper 40s. Some of us close to 50 degrees for our highs today, about 6 or 7 degrees above average, and should be seeing less wind than what we saw on Sunday. Mid to upper 40s across central Maryland for your high temperatures, and overall up and down the 95 corridor, keeping those low to mid and even upper 40s for New York and Philly, down through Baltimore and D.C. So here's a look at our severe weather threats for our weather alert day on Tuesday. It's really going to be Tuesday afternoon into the evening time. That's going to be the timing, the heaviest rain, the flooding, and that potential damaging wind, especially some of those wind gusts. It could be in the 40 to 50 mile an hour range. We already have flood watches posted for the entire region. This is an aerial flood watch, all of us in green under that flood watch starting in the morning on Tuesday through Wednesday morning. And then this lighter green is a coastal flood watch. So this is for all areas along the water. Those low-lying areas could see some coastal flooding, hence the coastal flood watch. We also have a wind advisory. So this is the wind that's going to be picking up on Tuesday afternoon into the evening time. This is almost like a spring storm because we've got very warm air, and that's with that next weather maker, the upper level low driving across the country, pulling up all of that moisture, that warmer air from the Gulf of Mexico right up into the East Coast and into our region by Tuesday afternoon, and especially into Tuesday night. That's going to be when we'll see the heaviest rain. You can kind of see that again from this future scan. So we're dry on Monday, no issues here, but Tuesday morning we'll start with some winter weather in western Maryland, and then we have everything change over to rain, even for folks there in the west. But you can see there's the warm front right there on Tuesday night about 8, 9 o'clock, and all of that moisture, all of that heavy rain and that wind is going to be really pulling things all the way up into our region. By the time we get into Wednesday morning, most of that system is going to be out of here. On the backside of that wind is still going to be with us, but will be drier and still some leftover upslope snow showers in some of the mountain locations. A little bit calmer later this week. Thursday doesn't look too bad, and the first half of Friday is okay, but some rain showers coming in Friday night into Saturday. That could be another weather maker that may prompt another weather alert as well. But notice those temps stay in the 50s through Saturday. Sunday and Monday, those numbers drop back down to the 40s, so that colder air comes right back into play toward the middle of next week.
This Be More Lifestyle segment is sponsored by Explore Western Mass.
Record snowfalls are expected this winter in western Massachusetts, and it's making perfect weather conditions for novice and pro skiers and snowboarders alike. Lifestyle expert Megan Murphy joins us now live to share her top tips for visiting the area. Megan, January is Learn to Ski and Snowboard Month. Why is western Massachusetts the perfect place for beginners and seasoned snow professionals?
Yeah, well, it's super accessible. So it's an hour and a half outside of Boston, 2.5 hours outside of New York City. It's affordable. It's got diverse terrain. It's got a very cool après ski scene. And it's really an escape from some of those more crowded, well-known, famous, snow destinations. It's a hidden gem for sure.
And what are some of the best slopes and snow resorts in the area?
So you've got the Berkshire East Mountain Resort. It's great for skiing and snowboarding. You've got the Basque Mountain Resort in the Berkshires, which is the oldest in the area, has a lot of that charm. You've got the Catamount Mountain Resort, which is got the most varied terrain, good for all levels. And then the Jiminy Peak Mountain Resort, which is very family friendly.
I love it. So what are some of the top attractions off the slopes?
So it's a cool area. Western Mass is the birthplace of basketball. So you've got the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame. I've got two sons, 10 and 11, who love to ski, but they love basketball. The Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame is unmissable. It's also the hometown of Dr. Seuss. So you have the Amazing World of Dr. Seuss Museum. Eric Carle, the illustrator behind The Very Hungry Caterpillar. There's an Eric Carle Museum. It's also the birthplace of Yankee Candle. So you have Yankee Candle Village where you can shop for candles. The village is insane. You can even make your own Yankee Candle, complete with customization on the label. Very, very cool. My 13-year-old daughter loved that, and she doesn't love much. So it really is something for everybody.
Megan, I think you're absolutely right. This is kind of like a best kept secret, so I'm so glad you joined us. Where can we go for more information?
So you can go to explorewesternmass.com/learn-to-ski. We just got a bunch of fresh powder. We got holiday weekends coming up, so there's some really awesome deals, and that's explorewesternmass.com/learn-to-ski.
Again, thanks for joining us. Have a great one, okay?
You too, man.
Sure. Still ahead, it's just a cup, or is it? Coming up, how people are going nuts for the newest Stanley Cup. Stick around. And people are going nuts for the newest Stanley Cups ahead of Valentine's Day. There's a new Stanley, there's a new collab with Target, and the cup sold out in seconds. Video on TikTok show people elbowing each other to get their hands on the new tumblers. Several of the $40 cups have already been spotted on resale sites like eBay for hundreds of dollars. And we wanted you to tell it. Do you have a favorite water bottle? Most of you are saying yes, of course. And we got a great show lined up for tomorrow. It's been a long debate. Which is the better hot dog topping, ketchup or mustard? Well, now dietitians are weighing in. Coming up, which is the healthier option?
Find out how to have your business featured on Be More Lifestyle. Email us at BeMoreLifestyleTV@foxbaltimore.com.
I mean, it's got to be mustard is the healthier option, right? But the most delicious option has to be ketchup. Well, thank you for inviting us into your home. Make sure you follow Be More Lifestyle on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Hey, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great one.